ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joseph Novichkov, Senior Trading Manager with GDM. Today's outlook. Firstly, Asian markets, they dropped more than 1% after, of course, we saw some fear index from Wall Street that spiked on the uncertainties over the US presidential elections. Taking a brief look at the Chinese mainland markets, China's Shanghai Composite Index was down about 0.6% and about 19.5 points down at 3103, with the Shenzhen, of course, also slipping down 0.63% or about 13 points in the negative territory at 2060. The Nikkei 225 is also down 1.8% with a massive 308 points down on the stronger yen, which is likely seen as a safe currency. The yen, of course, strengthened against the dollar, fetching about 103.56 compared to 104 levels seen on Tuesday and away from a 3-month peak of 105.540 that was reached last week. In Europe, the stock 600 was down about 0.7% or 2.5 points in the negative territory, and all sectors are in the red, but of course banks are also falling as much as 2%. Also taking a brief look, the FTSE 100 down about 34.5 points or about 0.5% down. DAX 30 94.7 points down or about 0.9% in the negative territory. Investors are reconsidering their bets on Clinton victory as, of course, opinion polls are now showing the gap between the Democrat and the Republican candidate that is narrowing down. The dollar was on the back foot today against the euro, of course, as the possibility the US presidential elections could be too close to call stretched investors' nerves. Looking at the euro versus the dollar right now, it's higher on morning trade, 0.27% up at 1.1090 this morning. And of course, this is its highest levels seen since October 11. Sterling was also up 0.23% up to 1.2263. Gold, on the other hand, is also higher, as we can see, almost 1% up, about 0.8% up, or about $9 higher, as of course investors grew more concerned over the global economic outlook and started looking for safe haven assets. That is on signs that the US presidential election race was tightening up. Gold was up to $12.97 an ounce, and this was earlier in Europe. Crude prices fell for a fourth day on Wednesday, with, of course, investors awaiting official US stockpile figures later into the trading day. However, after industry data showed a surprise build in inventories, we saw that the US West Texas Intermediate crude was down about 1.15% in a negative territory. That is at the moment 50 cents down to 46.16. As, of course, we saw the numbers yesterday from the American Petroleum Institute that said that crude stockpiles increased by 9.3 million barrels in the week that ended October 28. In today's calendar, we have important events: Federal Reserve monetary policy statement and interest rate decision coming at 1600. That's all from all the important news of today. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.